What if you deleted every social media app for 30 days straight? No excuses, no just checking real quick, just 30 full days without it. That's exactly what we're breaking down today. What actually happens to your brain, your focus, and your mood when social media disappears completely? Not the dramatic version you see in headlines. The real, honest, day-by-day version. Because the truth is, the first few days are nothing like what you'd expect. Day 1. You delete the apps. It feels easy at first, almost exciting, like starting a new challenge. But by the afternoon, something strange happens. Your thumb keeps opening your home screen, searching for an app that isn't there anymore. This is called a phantom check. Your brain built the habit so deeply, it doesn't even need the app to try repeating the motion. Day 2. The phantom checks continue. You reach for your phone during small pauses, waiting for coffee, sitting in traffic, lying in bed. Each time, you remember there's nothing to check. And each time, a small wave of restlessness follows. This isn't weakness, it's withdrawal. Your brain adjusting to the sudden absence of constant small rewards. Day 3 to 5. Boredom starts showing up in places it never used to. Standing in line, waiting for a reply, even watching a slower movie. Things that used to feel normal now feel oddly uncomfortable. That's because your brain got used to constant stimulation. Silence started to feel unfamiliar. Some people describe this stage as mildly irritable, restless, or even a little anxious, similar to breaking any repeated habit. The good news? This phase doesn't last as long as most people expect. Day 6 to 10, something starts to shift. The urge to check your phone becomes less automatic. You still think about social media sometimes, but the pull isn't as strong. The phantom checks slow down. Many people notice their focus improving around this point. Reading a few pages feels easier. Conversations feel more engaging. Without constant interruptions, your brain gets more uninterrupted time to actually finish a thought. This is also when sleep often starts improving. Fewer late-night scrolls mean an earlier, calmer wind-down. Day 11 to 14. The 2-week mark. This is where most people report the biggest noticeable change. Quiet moments stop feeling uncomfortable. You can sit with your own thoughts without immediately reaching for a distraction. Some people say they feel calmer overall. Less comparison, less pressure to check what everyone else is doing. It's not that life became more exciting. It's that your brain stopped comparing your life to a highlight reel of everyone else's. That constant comparison, many people don't even realize is happening until it quietly disappears. Day 15 to 18. Something else becomes noticeable. Free time. A lot more of it than expected. Minutes that used to disappear into scrolling are suddenly just there, available, waiting to be used. Some people fill it with reading, others with walking, hobbies, or simply resting without guilt. Without social media constantly refilling your attention, you start noticing how much time it was quietly taking. This is often the point where people stop missing it as much as they thought they would. Day 19 to 22. Memory starts to feel a little sharper. Without constantly jumping between short videos and posts, your brain gets more time to actually absorb what it experiences. Conversations from that day are easier to recall. Details stick a little longer than before. It's a small shift, but a noticeable one. Proof that constant scrolling wasn't just wasting time, it was affecting retention too. This is also when many people report feeling less mentally exhausted by the end of the day. Day 23 to 25. Social withdrawal starts to feel different too. Some people worry they'll miss important updates from friends or family. And in some ways, they do. But many realize those updates weren't as urgent as they felt in the moment. A text, a call, or an in-person conversation often replaces what a notification used to interrupt. Relationships don't disappear without social media. They just shift toward more direct forms of contact. Day 26 to 28. The final stretch. By now, the habit loop has mostly quieted down. The urge to check isn't gone completely, but it's no longer automatic. It's a choice, not a reflex. Many people describe feeling more presentless, distracted during meals, conversations, and everyday moments. Not because life became perfect, but because attention finally had somewhere consistent to stay. Day 29 and 30. The challenge is almost over, And this is usually where the real question appears. Do you go back to social media exactly like before? Or has something changed enough that you don't want to? Some people re-download everything immediately. Others keep the apps deleted a little longer just to see how it feels. Very few people report zero change after 30 days. Even small shifts in focus, mood, or sleep tend to stick around. So, what's the actual verdict? Is quitting social media for a month worth it? For most people, the first week is the hardest part. Not because social media is essential, but because the habit loop is strong. Once that initial discomfort passes, most people report better focus, calmer moods, and more meaningful use of their time. That doesn't mean social media is evil. It means your brain needed a reset to remember life without constant notifications. The goal isn't necessarily to quit forever. It's to prove to yourself that you can control it, instead of it controlling you. If deleting everything for 30 days feels extreme, you don't have to go all in immediately. Even a smaller version, 1 week or limiting use to certain hours, can reveal similar shifts in focus and mood. The real value isn't the number of days. It's noticing how much of your attention social media was quietly holding. Once you see that clearly, using social media becomes a choice again, not something that just happens automatically. So here's a simple question to ask yourself. Could you go 1 week without social media starting today? If the thought makes you a little uneasy, that discomfort is worth paying attention to. Because the goal was never to disappear from social media forever. It was to prove your brain can still function calmly, clearly, and fully present. Without it,